At every turn of its history, and in international history, has thought of that very principle of universality. And so please, don't get used to it. Don't become indifferent. Do not accept the erosion of multilateralism. Don't accept our history unraveling. I'm not getting used to this, and I'm not turning my head to it. Our children are watching. Let us address the crises. Let us work together to combat all of these inequalities. But let us do this on a human level and mindful of the principles guided by our history and the principle of universality and universalism. That is my commitment to you, and I count on you.
الجمعية العامة أشكر فخامة إيمانويل.
On behalf of the General Assembly, I thank His Excellency, Mr. Emmanuel Macron, President of the French Republic, for the statement just made. May I request representatives to remain seated whilst we greet the head of state.
Excellency Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister, Minister for Foreign Affairs, Minister for the Economy, Minister for Communications, and Minister for Regional Cooperation of the State of Israel. May I request protocol to escort His Excellency. I have great pleasure in welcoming the Prime Minister of Israel. I invite him to address the General Assembly.
Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, when I spoke here 3 years ago, Israel stood alone among the nations. Of the nearly 200 countries that sit in this hall, only Israel openly opposed the nuclear deal with Iran. We oppose it because it threatens our future, even our very survival. We oppose it because the deal paved Iran's path to a nuclear arsenal, and by lifting the sanctions, it fueled Iran's campaign of carnage and conquest throughout the Middle East. We oppose it because the deal was based on a fundamental lie that Iran is not seeking to develop nuclear weapons. Now, Israel exposed that lie earlier this year. Last February, Israel conducted a daring raid on Iran's secret atomic archive. We obtained over 100,000 documents and videos that had been stashed in vaults in an innocent-looking building in the heart of Tehran. In May, I presented a short summary of what we obtained to the international media. I provided hard evidence of Iran's plans to build nuclear weapons and its plans to deceive the international community. Israel shared this information, and even more damning evidence that we found, with members of the P5+1 and with the International Atomic Energy Agency. Months have passed. The IAEA has still not taken any action. It has not posed a single question to Iran. It has not demanded to inspect a single new site discovered in that secret
I'm
archive.
in gym in a minute, so that I can't.
Let me see the phone. You remove the
So given
I will
this
take your
inaction,
phone.
No, you only
I
take it
decided-
when you know I've moved it.
to reveal today something else that we have shared with the IAEA and with a few intelligence agencies. What I'm about to say has not been shared publicly before. Today, I'm disclosing for the first time that Iran has another secret facility in Tehran, a secret atomic warehouse for storing massive amounts of equipment and materiel from Iran's secret nuclear weapons program. In May, we exposed the site of Iran's secret atomic archive, it's right here, in the Shorabad district of Tehran. Today, I'm revealing the site of a second facility, Iran's secret atomic warehouse. It's right here, in the Turkuzabad district of Tehran, just 3 miles away. Let me show you exactly what the secret atomic warehouse looks like. Here it is. You see, like the atomic archive, it's another innocent-looking compound. Now, for those of you at home using Google Earth, this no longer secret atomic warehouse is on Mar Alley, Mar Street. You have the coordinates. You can try to get there, and for those of you who try to get there, it's 100 meters from the Kalishoi, the rug cleaning operation. By the way, I hear they do a fantastic job cleaning rugs there. But by now, they may be radioactive rugs. This is the second secret site. Now, countries with satellite capabilities may notice some increased activity on Meyer Alley in the days and weeks ahead. The people they'll see scurrying back and forth are Iranian officials desperately trying to finish the job of clearing up that site. Because you see, since we raided the atomic archive, they've been busy cleaning out the atomic warehouse. Just last month, they've removed 15 kilograms of radioactive material. You know what they did with it? They had 15 kilograms of radioactive material. They had to get it out of the site. So they took it out and they spread it around Tehran
Mommy,
in an effort to hide the evidence.
you boil your oyster.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
The endangered residents of Tehran may want to know that they can get a Geiger counter on Amazon
This is very good.
for only $29.99.
Iran is building.
As of today,
I'm going to start it.
The
It's
Assembly
very
will
good.
hear
This is very
statement
good.
by
Somebody should pay
His
attention
Excellency
to
Benjamin
this.
Netanyahu, Prime Minister, Minister for Foreign Affairs, Minister for the Economy, Minister for Communications, and Minister for Regional Cooperation of the State of Israel. May I request protocol to escort His Excellency. I have great pleasure in welcoming the Prime Minister of Israel. I invite him to address the General Assembly.
Thank you very much for teaching us, for showing us that they are building. They want to start
Distinguished
another
delegates.
trouble.
Ladies and gentlemen, when I spoke here 3 years ago, Israel stood alone among the nations. Of the nearly 200 countries that sit in this hall, only Israel openly opposed the nuclear deal with Iran. We oppose it because it threatens our future, even our very survival. We opposed it because the deal paved Iran's path to a nuclear arsenal. And by lifting the sanctions, it fueled Iran's campaign of carnage and conquest throughout the Middle East. We oppose it because the deal was based on a